Barry Goudreau, our special guest. How you doing, Barry?
I am doing great.
I'm very concerned that, Barry, don't be cheering during the Olympics because it apparently is not good for your health. What a joke.
I think my heart's okay.
Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that.
It's in the right place.
I like it. More than a weekend concert celebrating the life of Brad Delp, formerly of Boston. Proceeds benefiting Face It Foundation in Minneapolis. The Face It Foundation, by the way, is faceitfoundation.org. 2 nights. Friday night is at the Poorhouse in Minneapolis, 7 to 10. I love the Poorhouse, by the way. It's a lot of fun. Saturday at the Farmers Market in Minneapolis, that's 7 to 10 p.m. Barry will be performing along with other former members of Boston. Local artist, Tim Mahoney. Tim Mahoney's a great guy. Really.
Yeah, Tim's a super guy.
Yep, no question. He'll also perform. The link to get tickets, you can just go on 92kqrs.com. So how did this all get set up, Barry? This is fascinating.
Well, I had a friend back there in Minnesota, Fergie Fredrickson, a singer who I worked in a couple of different acts in. And I came out over the years to see him and met some of his friends and became friends with them. And, of course, Fergie passed on a few years back. But, I still have some friendships back there. And, I come back, once a year and do a few shows in the summer. And this time it's connected to the Brad Delp Foundation, which is fantastic.
There's no question about that. It's this has always been one of Boston's great markets anyway. Minneapolis, St. Paul, always been huge Boston fans.
Yeah, I here in Boston where I live, people kind of, I live here. They see me all the time. They kind of take it all for granted. But when I get back there, it's like, oh my God, you were in Boston.
Right.
It's really a big deal. It's a big ego boost for me, put it that way.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that once in a while. Knowing that people love you. That's good for anybody.
Yeah, good for your heart, too.
Yeah, yes, as opposed to cheering at the Olympics, my God. In 2016, Alive at the Market has turned into a weekend-long event. Sadly, depression, anxiety, and suicide are all serious issues that face many, far more than just one weekend, of course. This unique annual event designed in honor of Eric Page Jacobson to help raise funds to combat the struggles that men have with depression and to fight suicide. Proceeds benefit the mission, the Face It Foundation. This year on Friday night, additional funds will be dedicated to support the efforts of the Brad Delp Foundation. As Barry Goudreau just pointed out, Brad was the lead singer of the rock band Boston, tragically took his own life in 2007. Yeah, suicide is just what's amazing about that is you think about, you have this one life, you're given one life, and some people it's so painful that they don't want to complete that life. It's just hard for the rest of us to grasp why that is.
Yeah, I've had friends over the years that have committed suicide, but having, Brad was my brother-in-law, having it happen with him and seeing how it affected his family and his kids and friends, it's really devastating.
Yeah, but there's no question about that, and it really, it seems to me, even if you're surrounded by those who love you and people, and those people love you, sometimes it's, and I don't want to say that's not enough, but it somehow doesn't connect with them. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah, true, and there's those feelings of guilt that you didn't see it coming and that you didn't do something, but of course, there's not a whole lot you can do about that.
I did shows with Eric Page many times.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, I did. He was a Minneapolis comedian and very well respected and loved.
Man, I'm really cheerful. Now, way to
Sorry,
go.
it just hit me.
Yeah,
this
between you
Eric
and Barry,
Page.
I'm all cheered up
I
now.
know.
No, but it does. I don't think I know anybody. Is there anybody on this show this morning that hasn't had a suicide affect their lives?
Right.
I mean, it pretty much affects everybody, I think. It just, again, trying to make sense of it all is a very, very difficult thing to do. So what we want to do after, of course, putting the focus on what this is really all about, then talk about people like Barry Goudreau showing up to support the causes and turning that sadness into happiness for a couple of days. And there's nothing wrong with that either, by the way. Celebrating the life of Brad Delp, even though he took his own life, just focusing on the positivity that surrounded his life, wonderful music that you guys put out there for people. You sold a couple of records.
Brad was a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Right.
One of the nicest people you'd ever want to meet.
And like
Absolutely.
I said, you sold a couple of records, so that's not bad.
Yeah. 17 million on that first record.
Isn't that always 17 million? You know what? You sounded just like a record guy with your Boston accent. Hey, Tom.
Well, I say that, and then people say, "Oh, really? Can I borrow some money from you?"
Well, that's exactly right. But honest to God, I worked in the record business for a few years, and when you said 17 million on the first record, Tom, I like that. You sound just like a record guy.
You didn't do very good with the accent, Tom.
I'm sorry, Barry. It was more JFK than anything, I suppose.
It's park the car. Come on.
Pack the car. Yeah, I can get that done. So, again, it is Friday, July 8th from 7 to 10 p.m., and that's going to be at the Poorhouse at 10 South Washington, South Hennepin. And again, I love the Poorhouse. It's a fun place to hang out. It really is. The Poorhouse at 10 South 5th Street in Minneapolis, right along 5th and Hennepin there. And then it's just going to be a good time. Again, it's a Friday and a Saturday. It'll be a great time. It'll be great having you back in town. And you can link to get tickets at 92KQRS.com. So we look forward to seeing you. Well, just a month out now.
That's right. Come on down.
Well,
Come on down. It's going to be great.
We'll talk about it a lot.
Great group of people, great group of musicians. I really look forward to coming out there and laying it down.
Absolutely. Tim Mahoney, as we pointed out, will be there as well. Barry, thank you so much for the time this morning. Sure look forward to seeing you within a month.
Okay, Tom. See you there.
Thank you, sir.